Hi everyone, it's the Google. Welcome back to Gooble Reacts. And today I'm going to be looking at Beneath a Moonless Sky from Love Never Dies, which is the sequel to Phantom of the Opera. I have not seen this. I have been told it's either a definite should watch or definitely avoid, so people have a lot of opinions about this show. I just want to see what it is for myself. I know the basic story of, their love child and everything, so I think that's all I really need to know going into this. So let's just give it a listen, and I might pause here and there just to comment on vocal technique or things that I like, because this type of music I am more familiar with performing myself. So probably more to comment on. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1.
So it was all an empty lie, one final lie to fool us all, to make your death our story's end, to put your life beyond recall. How dare you come and claim me now, invade my life, ensnare my voice?
If you could know the pain I've known, then you would know I had no choice. My Christine.
Your Christine. I was yours one brief night long ago, with a man that I no longer know.
Ah, Christine, you came and found where I hid. Don't you deny that you did that long ago night.
Oof. Okay, wow, that note, that long ago night, that was such a lovely, I don't know if you heard it, he flipped up into his head voice. Let's go back and listen to that, actually.
You did that long ago night.
You can kind of hear where he flips from his chest voice into a very lovely head voice. That was lovely. Wow. Okay, so I believe he faked his death, is what they're saying. Which I suppose the first one does leave open to interpretation, but all right. So let's continue on. We're at about 2:09.
Once there was a night beneath a moonless sky, too dark to see a thing, too dark to even try.
I stole to your side, tormented by my choice. I couldn't see your face,
felt you, and I heard
Beautiful high notes.
refrains,
The music of your palm.
the singing in your veins,
And I held you
and I touched you,
and embraced you.
and I felt you, and with every breath and every sigh,
I felt no longer scared.
I felt no longer shy. At last our feelings bend
Beneath
the moonless sky.
It's a nice song. I like it.
and blind in the dark, a soul gazed into song. I looked into your heart and saw you pure and whole.
Looked under the night with nothing to suppress. A woman
Just want to pause here and say that they are both sitting or kneeling right now. Incredibly difficult to do when you're trying to hit these notes.
and a man, no more and yet no less. And I kissed you,
And caressed you.
and the world around us fell away. We said things in the dark we never dared to say. And I caught you,
I kissed you.
and I took you,
I begged you.
with a need to urge and to deny. And nothing mattered then, except for you and I. Again and then again, beneath the moonless sky.
Again, pausing. You are this close. It is so incredibly hard to sing full force this close to someone else's face. I mean, first of all, you're going to spit in their face. Hopefully you didn't eat a, tuna sandwich before you went on stage. I mean, it's incredibly difficult. And then also you have to keep that eye contact, which honestly is probably the hardest part for me. I have a tendency to just break and laugh in those moments, in rehearsals and things. When you have to be that close to somebody, it's very difficult to gain that intimacy with a fellow cast member in a short period of time. So very impressive.
And when it was done, before the sun could rise, ashamed of what I was, afraid to see your eyes, I stood while you slept and whispered a goodbye and slipped into the dark beneath the moonless sky.
So he's the one who left. Okay.
I loved you. Yes, I loved you. I'd have followed anywhere you led. I woke to swear my love and found you gone instead.
And I loved you, and I left you,
I loved you.
and I had to, both of us knew why.
And yet I won't regret from now until I die the night I can't forget
Beneath the moonless sky.
Wow. Okay, that is definitely a show I'm gonna need to watch, you guys. It's interesting to me that he felt he had to leave. He was ashamed of himself. It always seemed like in the first one she was terrified of his face, which, I mean, if you break down everything that happened in the first movie, that the reason that you'd be terrified of him is because he's a murderer and not because of his slightly disformed face. I mean, people have deformities, differences of all kinds. People look certain ways, people are certain ways. It's not a bad or a good thing, it's just the way people are. And if you love somebody anyway, love that person. It doesn't make any sense. This one, the second one, seems to be implying that she would have followed him anywhere and she loved him and that he loved her, but he was ashamed. I don't know. I think they're kind of forgetting the fact that he was just straight up not a good person. And he wasn't a good person, I think, in the first one because he was treated the way he was treated his whole life. And obviously he felt a lack of empathy for other humans and therefore took their lives because he was angry and hurt, and that's never okay. And obviously that's his red flag, not his face. So this whole entire song about the fact that they needed to be in love underneath a moonless sky so that nobody could see each other, it's a little, it's wild, because I truly think that they just would have been in love. I mean, it's just not the excuse that you need. What would have made more sense if she was like, yeah, I really love you, but you killed all those people, and I kinda can't get past the fact that you killed all those people. That's not for me to decide. I suppose I didn't write the thing, and it's already been written, so there's no changing it now. Obviously, these two were super talented. Like I said, when you're sitting or like kneeling like he was, you could really hear it in his voice. He was having to really like push his diaphragm to get those notes out, and they did a great job. And her voice was obviously very bell-like and angelic up near the top, which is gorgeous. And I do like the song. Like, it has a great melody. But again, I just think that I don't think that's what would have happened. Like, if he'd never killed anyone in the first one, I think that this could happen. But I don't know. That's such a, I can't get past that point to even like think or discuss further about it, because I just can't excuse that, I guess, in my head. I don't know. But that was gorgeous, and I definitely want to watch the whole show now, because if I've heard correctly, their love child is in the show, which means a young child actor, which we love, because you have to be talented to be on Broadway. You have to be super duper talented to be a child actor on Broadway, because, you know, it's easy to say, oh, just go to rehearsal for 16 hours, you know, but they're kids. I mean, they still gotta, like, go to school, they gotta do the learning, they gotta, like, build up that stamina for the training and the dancing. They've got little child voices that they have to, like, train and learn how to take care of. And also, maybe it's a little scary being a child actor on a Broadway show like that, because you're surrounded by just mostly adults. I just think that would be incredibly difficult, so not the point of the video. Anyway, no spoilers, please, on this show. The only thing that would be okay to comment is, does this song make sense to you after the first one? After he killed all those people and she was terrified of him, forgetting the ending, the very ending, where she goes, you know, with her man and then leaves the phantom and all of that, forgetting all of that, would you think this song would still happen in the second one? I don't, but other than that, please don't leave any spoilers. I'm definitely going to watch the show soon. So, wow, that's all I have to say about that. I am the Gooble. This is Gooble Reacts, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!